Alright, let's talk business. What is it that you want?
Wanna know what I want? Well, I'm gonna tell you something that very few people got to know about me. My neighbors knew, my first girl, my sire, yeah, they knew. I grew up in Pantelimon. I was poor, had next to nothing. No mother, alcoholic, abusive piece of shit dad. Other than the beatings, the only wisdom that fucker ever got to pass on to me was that life takes everything from you. The only things you can get, you take with your own fists. So it's no surprise that I took to the streets. I hooked up with a gang. I took what I wanted, I dealt what was owed. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't regret any of it, especially not feeling like the entire group, my old boss included, deserved being massacred by the local Brujah for being a bunch of impotent roaches. Long story short, we went to ask for protection money from this tough guy called Sebastian. He had a club, guards, and his fingers were deep into some dirty business. No one made it out alive, myself included. As my guys were dying and screaming around me, I ended up face to face with Sebastian himself. So I grabbed him by the collar and demanded that he share that wild, ungodly power that he most obviously possessed. And he did for some reason. "2 years, I stayed by his side. I learned what I could. I made up what I couldn't. I studied the way he dressed, he walked, he talked, the way he viewed and handled our business. Now, I don't feel love. I don't even think that I'm capable of it. But other than the respect that I had for the man, yeah, I grew attached. I would have met final death at his side, at the hands of the old fucks that you yourself want turned to dust. But Ellie, she had a vision. She got me not to go to that meeting that night. A year has passed since then, and I've learned that several public figures were also involved in that secret execution, including the fucking chief of police, which I plan to disembowel myself. Now I took over what was left of Sebastian's men and properties, and I carved out a small piece of the hood for myself. So what do I want? Besides burying my knuckles in the old anarchs' faces? That neighborhood, it is mine. I may not own it. I may not have its people in my herd or employment yet. I may even be a blip in its history, but it is mine. Pantelimon, my domain, my herd, under my rules. And aside from that, I want to learn from you.
You have really high aspirations, but also tremendous potential. I can't promise that you'll get what you want, my hot-blooded friend, but what I can promise you is that you will have my full support. And since we're talking aspirations, wants and needs, may I offer a suggestion?
What suggestion?
If you really want to make a name for yourself, aim a bit higher. How does Brujah Primogen sound to you?